Oh, good morning, Diana. Is that you? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Michael. This is Jade. She's going to be your tour guide today. Okay, she's your tour guide.
Oh, she's our tour guide.
Yeah, she's your tour guide. I just want to come and say hello to you guys.
Yeah.
And give each of you this earpiece.
Okay.
So you can hear her perfectly. Okay? I'm going to have another tour.
Yeah.
Sorry about the weather. It's a little bit cold today. But the good news is that, there won't be a lot of tourists in the Forbidden City.
Good.
Yeah. So, during the peak season, the daily capacity of the Forbidden City is between 50,000 to 100,000. But today, I think it will be around 40,000. Still a lot of people, but not as many as what we had during the tourist season. So let me give each of you this earpiece. Do you all speak Mandarin? 一点点 okay. 不会 Okay. Sorry to wake you up so early in the morning.
It's okay.
Have you? Yeah. So have you done like the Great Wall and the other tourist attraction yet? Tomorrow. Okay. The most popular tourist attractions in Beijing are the Great Wall, Forbidden City, Summer Palace, the Temple of Heaven, Lama Temple. I'm pretty sure you're going to do all of this.
Some of them.
Some of them. Okay. Okay. But sun is coming out, so you will be feeling a lot warmer later. Okay, so... Okay, here you go. You can wear this string around your neck and put the little thing into your ear hole, so you can hear my colleague perfectly. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. You don't need to hurry. You can do that. You can put that little thing into your ear hole later when you get into the Forbidden City. So Diana, by the way, so during the tour, we might take some pictures and videos. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
My uncle found you on Douyin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you found me on YouTube.
Yeah, well then I had to go on YouTube because I don't have the Chinese version.
It's okay. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit longer to wait for my customer. You can go with my colleague Jade to the next spot to the Forbidden City. Okay.
Okay.
And this is the moat over here, 52 meters wide, used to protect the Forbidden City. By the way, my name is Michael. My Chinese name is Yao. Call me either Michael or Yao. I'll answer to both.
Michael.
Michael, OK. So, 对，叫 Michael 的太多了，是吧？叫 Michael。当然叫 Michael 一般比较聪明，比较聪明，比较爱学习。You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So tell me, 那两个字念什么？
牛门。
耶，答对了吗？哥哥答对了吗？是牛门吗？牛。是牛门？不对，午门。上面没有出头哈，是没有出頭。
I can't tell.
I can't tell. Oh no, you can't even read.
So what are the differences between 牛 and 午? What are the differences?
牛is a cow and 午 is afternoon.
牛 午 is afternoon. What are the differences? When you write the characters, so what are the differences? 对呀 you need to stick out a little bit on the top. So that's 牛门啊，这个是 there's no such a dot. It does not go up all the way above that horizontal line. So 午门过去的是什么地方呢？午門 here was the place where used at the main entrance for the emperor to walk into the Forbidden City. So now we can see there are three openings. There's one is blocked by this checkpoint. It's where the middle one was reserved for the emperor only. So the only emperor can take the marble passage in the middle. And the other two smaller ones were reserved for the ministers and royal family members. So back in the day, emperor would also punish the ministers, on this square over here by beating their bottom. 午门叫廷杖，打他们屁股的地方啊，谁要惹怒了皇帝，就打他们屁股，就是在这里。
Which one is the crown prince, the youngest one or the oldest one?
The crown prince is the oldest one in the Ming Dynasty. So in the different dynasties, they have a different hereditary system. In the Ming, the oldest boy will be the new emperor. But in the Qing, the later dynasty, they would choose the best boy from the boys to be the new emperor. Here, let's Let me walk you through a quick tour on this map. Come on, boys, tell me where we are now.
Yeah,
Where we are. 找午门，先找午门，不要找牛门。这是午门，我们找的哪里呢？午门，对，这里边是午门，对吧？为什么叫午门？午象征着什么？午象征着正南啊，正南门，所以叫午门。因为什么呀？有 12 earthly branches， 就像 12 animal 一样。你出生在哪年呢？马 the horse。
是。
对呀，龙，你看有午马，对吧？未阳午未，这都代表方向的，所以午代表正南，正南门就叫午门，对吧？它叫子门，北门正北门叫子门啊，这代表的是不同的方位，所以正南门叫午门，也代表着正午 midday sun or the meridian or the south. That's why it's called Meridian Gate. And the most important buildings were constructed along the meridian line. This is our major traveling route. But the thing is, most important buildings built along the central axis are not open to the public. That means we are not able to walk into the palaces. We cannot get a very good look of those beautiful furniture being displayed inside. That's why we're going to visit a furniture hall over here, right, which is located right behind this building, where we are going to see 300 beautiful furnitures. Yeah, those furniture are very similar to the ones being displayed in these major palaces. And after the major traveling route, in the middle, we're going to visit those palaces over here, where the Dragon Lady, Empress Dowager Cixi, the Dragon Lady, 慈禧太后，知道吗？慈禧太后 resided. And also, there's a lot of scenes repeated again and again in these TV dramas. 就像《甄嬛传》《如懿传》里边出现的很多场景都是在这边。乾隆的妈妈住在这里边，咱们一会儿要去看乾隆的妈妈居住的地方。还有富察皇后，知道？富察皇后住在这里边，她那个是今年9月30号刚刚开放的，所以 we're very lucky. We're going to see this newly opened palace where the famous empress resided there for 13 years. 咱们要去那边看哈。We're going to see this garden, the imperial garden, where the emperor learned English from his Scottish teacher. Right over here. That's why the last emperor carries the Scottish accent. 溥仪. So the Forbidden City, which the area of the Forbidden City is 72 hectares. 72 hectares equivalent to the size of 100 football fields. 100 football fields. It accommodates 9,317 rooms altogether in this huge complex. If you want to experience one individual room on an every night basis, it's going to take 24 years to experience them all. But today we are not going to do that. We just see the most important ones. The Forbidden City is also divided into two parts, the outer court and the inner court. 叫什么呀？前朝后寝。前朝是上朝的地方，后边是睡觉的地方，对吧？前朝 refers to these three major palaces, where the emperor celebrated their birthdays, the winter solstice, the Chinese New Year. But they didn't come to this area very often. There's a saying. It says, 无事不登三宝殿。没事的时候他们是不来的，对吧？他一般住在这里啊。So they spend most of their times in this area where they were hanging out with their families, their children, and as well as their beautiful ladies, in that area. 三宫六院72偏妃啊，都主要是在那边。Let's flip it over to get a look of these emperors who ever lived inside the Forbidden City. There are many of them. Yeah, there are many of them. 26 emperors are listed on this map, except these two. The rest of them, they all resided in the Forbidden City for nearly 500 years. And 14 of them were Ming emperors, and the other 10 were Qing emperors. This is the first two emperors, 朱元璋，还有他的孙子朱允文. They resided in Nanjing, the former capital city of the Ming Dynasty. And the third emperor, Zhu Di, who usurped the power from his nephew and moved the capital from Nanjing to Beijing. And he had the Forbidden City constructed in 1420. Come on, boys, let's do the math. How old is the Forbidden City from 14? Very close. From 1420 till now. How many?
1420.
Yeah, 1420.
605.
Yeah, you got this. That's for you, boy. Okay, you got this. This is your gift.
What? No, I don't want.
You need to want this.
I want it.
You take.
I want it.
Okay, I take.
Okay, so this emperor who built the Forbidden City 600 years ago, and when he died, he passed through to his son, grandson, great-grandson, and for 14 generations. Very similar. Do not take it very serious. This is the last emperor in the Ming Dynasty. Emperor Chongzhen, this guy encountered some serious problems when he took over the throne. When the country was plagued by the disaster, by the poor harvest, because of the little ice age took place during that period. And also, a lot of people were fighting against the dynasties. That's the rivals. And finally, they made their way in Beijing in 1644. And nobody helped him out. He got so worried, got so desperate, and he killed himself. He went up to the hill, and he was trying to summon his ministers and officials to help him to fight these bad people off, but nobody helped him out. And then he got so desperate and went back to the hill, where he committed suicide by hanging himself at the age of only 34. So the last emperor in the Ming was marked at the end of the Ming Dynasty.